Hello home bosses, it's Nurie from thehomeboss.com. Welcome to my channel, and I've recently enjoyed coloring books a lot. I am really getting into coloring books myself, and I know that there are different tools available out there, and I want to talk to you about a tool that has just launched, but I will also make more videos about coloring books. And I made a video in the past about how to make coloring books in Canva. I know that a lot of you have asked me, how do you make coloring books? So here we go. Here is one of the tools that I know about. And I'm not normally a fan of AI for coloring books, but this new tool that has just launched is really easy to use. That's one of the reasons I like it, but it's also quite good in the way it generates the images. As far as I know, there are 5 AI engines behind this tool. So it's quite powerful, and I've been in the beta testing group for a little while. So I've seen how it has been improved steadily by the creators, and it's now at a stage where I think it is one of the best tools out there for coloring book creation. There are all different kinds of tools to create coloring books with. As far as AI is concerned, I think this is one of the best tools out there. And I quickly want to show you how it works because it's really simple, and that's one of the things I like about it. And I hope you agree with me. So let's jump into how to use this new tool. So this is the tool. It's called the Nurie Creator, and of course I thought it was named after me, but it isn't named after me at all. It turns out that Nurie means coloring book in Japanese. So that's something that I learned, which is new, but I do like the name. And I feel like this is my tool almost whenever I log in. So let's have a look and see what this tool can do. It's very easy to use. You can see on the left hand side here, there are all the exporting features, and this is the main part of the tool. And you can see it says AI generation, single niche multiplier, and upload clip art. So you can actually upload clip art, and then this tool will create a coloring page from that. But let's just start with the basics. So we can enter our prompt here, and I've found that it's a lot easier to just use very simple prompts. So instead of going for very complicated prompts, I just use a very simple prompt. For example, let's type in a Persian cat and let's see what it creates. So I've not ticked a background layer assist. I've got no background. I just want to see what it does. You can put in your trim size here. So we're going to go with 8.5 by 11. And then the really interesting thing here is it's got these different art styles. So you can have kawaii, steampunk, hygge, tattoo, cartoon, grotesque, zombie. This is actually really scary, this one. And Art Nouveau, comic, anime. So there's all different types. And I think I might just go for, let's try kawaii. And line thickness, I'm going to leave at medium. And then you just click generate images. And then it does take a little while for your images to generate. I've been in the beta testing group for this tool, and when I first started testing it, it took a lot longer to generate the images, and the tool has really improved recently because now it doesn't take very long. I used to just go and make a cup of coffee before while it generates, but now it's actually so quick it doesn't give me the time to do that. So I just wait, and it should generate the images quite soon. So I'm just going to speed up the video a little bit and get back to it when it's ready. So this is what it's come up with. It's come up with a Persian cat in a kawaii style, and it generates 4 images, and then you can check to see which one you prefer, and then just add that one to the coloring book that you want to create. So you can also edit the images right here if you click on edit. And you can make some changes here. You can add text. You can do that here. And you can use different fonts. So just choose the font that you prefer. And what you can also do because you can erase things. So if there's something that you want to erase, you can do that here as well. So there's a lot of options within this app. You don't necessarily have to download it and then upload onto Photoshop or anything like that. There's a lot you can do within this app. And then you can add the image. So if you click add, it keeps the image, and then you can create the coloring book by adding more images. So we can go and maybe type in something else. For example, Schnauzer dog. And let's create this one in a stained glass style, and we click generate images. So now we have to wait a little bit again, and it's telling us that it's crafting a colorful concept for your scene. Hang on, magic is on the way, and your image is taking shape before your eyes. So it's keeping you informed of the progress. So let's have a look, and here we have our Schnauzer dog, and I think these are perfect, especially this one here. I love it. I think this is ready to be included in a coloring book. I like this fourth one as well. So we're going to click add here, and that can then go on our coloring book. And you can, of course, download these. You can do a quick PNG export. You can also export it as an SVG file. And here are your previous ones. So these are all the images that you saved. And then you can click on Speedy Book Export, and that will export it as a coloring book, because you can see here that it's leaving a blank page after each image. I've only chosen 2 images here, but imagine if you choose 30 images or 40 images. This will download the book with a blank page in between each page, so that you can upload it to KDP. But what's even more amazing about this is, I'll show you another great thing about this tool. So we go back to the beginning. So now I'm going to show you something different, and I think this is available with the Elite version of this software. So you can go on Single Niche Multiplier, and I'm going to type in a single prompt, and I'm just going to say flowers. I'm going to click for the background as well. I leave the trim size as it is, but I'm going to choose an art style, and I think I'm going to go with Indian Madhubani just to see what comes up. And now I wanted to create a whole coloring book. So let's make 20 images, so that means it'll be 40 pages if I'm correct. And now I can generate the images, but what I can also do is I can queue the task and be notified by email. So that way I can just go and do something else, and it will notify me by email and then send me a link to access what I've created. So I'm just going to pause the video and come back once this has been created. So now I've received an email to tell me that my images are ready, and I'm so excited to see what it has done. So when you get the email, just click on the link and it takes you back to your images, and oh, this is looking quite good. So it's done 20 images, which should create 40 pages, but it does 4 versions of each image. So you can choose which one you like from these 4, then you can choose one amongst these 4, then you can choose another one here. So let me just choose them and build my book. So I'm not taking my time now looking through them because I'm creating this video quickly for you, but obviously if you're creating this yourself, take your time and add the ones that are the best coloring pages. So I'm going to add this one, and I like the black here but I'm going to add this first one, and then I'm just going to choose one in every line, and I'll get back to the video. And you can of course take your time with this. So to access the last of the images, I just click here and it should load the rest of the images. So now I've just got to choose these ones, and this should complete my book now. So on the left hand side you can find the images that you've chosen, and we have selected 10 images, and we could just export them by clicking PNG export, but what I'm going to do is click on this speedy book export and watch what happens. So what it has done is it has added all the pages. So this is pages 1 to 8, then there's page 9 to 16 and page 17 to 20. So of course you can add more pages, but I just wanted to quickly show you how it generates the whole book. You can see it's left a page between every coloring page, and we can now do this here, enable title copyright page and a test color page. I'm going to click that. And here you are. It's done your first title page. It has created a color test page, and it has even written the copyright message on the first page. And you could even show page numbers. So if I click this on, it will create the page numbers, and you can tell it where you want to start with the page numbers. You can add the book title. So say, for example, I wanted to call this Flower Garden Magic, just off the top of my head, and maybe the author name could be Lily Sunflower, and it has created the first page, and it has added the title Flower Garden Magic. You can customize this even more. You can customize the copyright text, and you can make any changes here. You can enter your website URL if you have one, so that people can find your website from your book. And you can increase the title font size. Let's try that, make the title a lot bigger. There we are. And you can customize quite a few things, and it just helps you create books very quickly if that's what you want to do. I think the actual pages are actually quite nice. Of course, when you're creating your book, take your time, look through all the pages very carefully, make sure that there's nothing unusual, because AI does create a few unusual things. So you do have to really go through the pages. And like I said, you can edit them here in the Nurie Creator itself, or you could export them and upload them to Photoshop or to whichever tool that you use to tidy up your digital images. And once you have created your book, you just click Generate PDF, and it's your whole book created with one click. And I think as far as AI generators are concerned, this is one of the better ones. I think that it is absolutely possible to create a coloring book with this tool, and it's possible to create it fairly quickly. I would say take your time creating your images. And I quickly wanted to show you the art styles that this creates. So I have created some earlier. The prompt was just vase with flowers, and this is what it came up with when there was no art style. This is what it created with the kawaii art style, and this is the stained glass art style. So you can see they're all different, and this was the steampunk art style. This was the pop art style. This one was for the hygge art style, and that one's very popular at the moment. And this one was the tattoo art style. And then we have a cartoon art style. So it's the same prompt, but just choosing different art styles. This one, the grotesque zombie art style, is actually, with the flowers you can't really notice it, but when you create animals or people with it, it's absolutely scary. And I don't really like it myself, but I know that that is quite a good niche to get into. This is the clip art style. This is the Art Nouveau art style, and I quite like this one. This is the comic art style, and I find this one really good if you want to create very simple coloring images. And then there's the anime art style, the Indian Madhubani, which I quite like because it's very detailed. And this is the ukiyo-e art style. This is the watercolor art style. And final one is the boho minimalist art style, and this one is quite good when you want to create really simple line drawings. And this was all the same prompt, and you can try it out with all different kinds of prompts. I find that the simpler the prompt is, the better it creates them. In my case, I think everybody will have a different way of using this tool, and I'm not a big fan of AI created coloring books, I have to say that, but I do find that this is the closest I have got to finding a tool that I do like. I think that this can create coloring books, and you can create them quite quickly with the Elite upgrade feature, where you can basically create the whole book in one go. Because it creates your entire coloring book with the copyright page, with the test color page, and all the interiors and space pages with the push of a button. So that's how easy it is. So I do think that this is one of the better AI apps that is out there, and if you would like to check it out, I'll leave the link below this video. It is an affiliate link, so I am an affiliate for this Nurie coloring book creator, and I will go into coloring books more in my future videos, because I'm really enjoying coloring them in, and I will show you the kind of books that I like as well. And there are other tools that you can use, but as far as AI generated coloring books is concerned, I think this is the best tool out there at the moment, because it's so simple to use and you don't have to really think about the prompts too much. Very simple prompts get you some really good results, and it's worth experimenting with them as well. So let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.